Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Take 465, and welcome back to Scribe Syndrome. I am Ben Gilman. As always, I'm joined by a man that is proof that wizards exist, Tom Hill.
Hey!
A man that proves that leprechauns are real, Dan Rudge.
I've never once done that.
And proof, unfortunately, that charm fans exist. It's still our special guest, Troy Salmon.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. But the truth is out there. Charmed is the one. Let's go.
How are you guys all doing? That feels good to get that done. It feels like a dump. Woo! In the toilet. Thank God.
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot see, but we started this recording about 35 minutes ago. And this is the relief that is now in Ben's voice.
It's like you've been holding it between your butt cheeks all day and you just need to get in the front door and take a dump. That's it. The relief.
Bear in mind, this is the relief that we have got at the intro to the show being finished after 35 minutes.
Also, Ben, please, the next time you're doing an analogy of our show, don't describe us as taking a giant shit.
Well, there are worse ways to call our podcast.
Well, there are many other worse things to call our podcast, but still, if we're doing it, that's not a good sign.
All right, how are all you guys doing anyway?
You know what? I'm doing well. Just finished work. I said, let me just get on this podcasting flex right now for you guys. The energy is here, baby. The energy is here. Woo!
I still can't believe after half an hour.
I'm surviving the third half of 2020.
I still love that description.
Surviving 2020, Dan Rudge.
Are you still going to be saying that in 2022, Ben? No.
Depends. Will it still be 2020 in 2022?
Quite possibly.
Yeah. All right. So, welcome back. Well done, Troy, for 2 weeks in a row. You can commit to something. I didn't know you could.
You know, because your tribal chief had to come to head of the table. I had to rock up, had to get stuff done,
Head of the table, Troy. What head of
You're
the
Brock Lesnar, bruv. You turn up occasionally.
Where have you been?
You're Brock Lesnar, bruv. You're a special guest.
Hey, Paul Heyman was taking care of business, man. So I came in now. I'm here now.
No. You're like, who's next? We're like you if you turn up.
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Salmon.
Pink salmon. All right. Who wants to go first this week?
Ooh, okay. You know what? I'll go first this week.
Well, hey.
Right. God help us all. Go ahead.
Help us all. What was that about? All right. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to keep it simple this week. Let's inject a bit of energy. I want the whole place to participate. So, I think we all know where we're going with this.
Baby Shark.
But we're gonna kick it off. First pick. We're gonna go. Let's go pay-per-view. Let's use. Yeah, let's go TV. Let's go TV. Pay-per-view. Elimination Chamber. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the energy cooking. That's the energy back. Let's go. This is what we need.
Are we allowed to mute Troy mid-call?
This is what we need. We need to see what we need in our lives. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm cool with this.
All right, let's go. It's been a while since I brought it back, but I said, we just do a follow-up, So, as we all know, the head of the table, the tribal chief, defended his title.
It's a bitch.
Chamber. Oh, what?
Yep. I agree with Tom. Totally agree with Tom.
I mean it in the most respectful way. He's being the best kind of heel right now. I love it. But he's a bitch.
But if you guys don't know, the Elimination Chamber, it's a 6 sides of steel. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most
the devil's playground.
Yes, it's devil's playground. Eric Bischoff's brainchild. The old original saying.
It's another way to have all the faces out in the open and yet have a staggered level of action happening. So therefore, the match looks a bit different. Also, there's some different things that you can throw people into and they make different noises. So that's nice.
Elimination Chamber is one of the best stipulation matches WWE does.
Yes.
Yes.
That and Money in the Bank and Survivor Series eliminations when done properly. Those are the
Money in the Bank's my favorite, to be honest.
What's that?
Money in the Bank's my favorite. Money in the Bank is the favorite.
Well, Money in the Bank's most people's favorite, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, that's a standard ladder match just with lots of people, which is cool.
I had my boy Shelton putting in the work on the Money in the Bank. But let's go back to the Elimination Chamber, the Tribal Chief. Let's get back to where it matters. So, go back to Tribal Chief. He comes in there after Daniel Bryan. Grueling match, puts in the work.
Hang on. Before we get to that, Troy, let's talk about that match.
Okay. Let's talk about the match.
You mean let's talk about the Cesaro show?
Oh, the Cesaro show. Yes, the Cesaro show. Oh, my days. The uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? the swings. My gosh. Suplex. This guy was putting in work. And I was like, Cesaro, this is the showcase that we all needed for Cesaro. You should be doing this every week.
The thing is, right, the only disappointment for me is the lack of a crowd. That would have been Cesaro's performance in that chamber match would have been like Kofi 2 years ago. It would have been the kicking off point of something that WWE couldn't actually ignore. Whereas with no crowd, they can still control the narrative. If you know what I mean.
That's true. It's true.
Which is frustrating because Cesaro deserves it more than just about anyone else on the fucking roster.
No, he does. Did you see his tweet that I put out as well? His message.
No.
He goes, I'm sorry guys, I'm in the car right now, silent. Thanks for supporting me. Hard work will pay off at some point. I was like, yo. I feel it for him, man. Feel it.
He makes a great heel, but he actually makes a really great babyface as well.
I know. It's just him being himself.
He's one of the people who can do both really well.
And that's the thing, because it's almost like, you know what? People say, okay, Cesaro is a weird case for me as well, to be honest. Because you can push him as the wrestler, you know what I'm saying, like the Shibata type thing, like the New Japan type thing. But at the same time, it's just he's got personality.
He has, yeah.
He's got a ton of personality, like outside of the business and that. But when he's in there, it's almost like they don't know where to put him. He's like pulling from side to side. He doesn't not really just go grab onto one thing. That's what I've noticed.
You know why his matches and stuff have been so good recently?
Yeah.
Because you know who's basically producing everything he does.
D-Bry.
Yeah. And that's why, because D-Bry for some reason has massive pull backstage.
Yeah.
And he is properly he's pushing Cesaro to be something special. Which
is all we needed. If they just put Daniel Bryan in charge of like just creative, you know what I mean? At this point,
They should just put him and Paul Heyman, combine the two.
Bro, them two together, my gosh.
No, our truth needs to be in there. I'm not joking.
No, Dan Rogers not joking, people. He's not joking.
The opinions of Dan Rogers are not necessarily the.
You know what? I'm with Dan on that, to be honest. Our truth
it's genius, and you know it.
Look,
D-Bry, Heyman,
and
Truth. Genius creative team. Bro, just throw Road Dogg in there a little bit as well, then we've got.
No. Road Dogg. Those three, okay, I'm fine with those three. R-Truth, Paul Heyman, Dan Brown. I'm fine with those three. I'm fine with those.
Road Dogg is a damn good road agent. In all honesty, he's actually good at his job.
Yes, but he just needs to like calm down sometimes. He's just like stop saying certain stuff. But
you know what? WWE will be a much better place the day that Vince decides to step aside and lets Triple H run it, because he'll put the right people in the right places. You look at NXT comparative to everything else, and it's the best thing on the market.
NXT, man, you've got you know what? My favorite guy in NXT is Santos.
Oh, it's going to be Cameron Grimes, isn't it?
No, Cameron Grimes, he's the man. But my boy Santos Escobar is the man. Santos, you know what I'm saying? He's the man, bro. He's my favorite. Right
Santos, yeah.
There's that time, you know, when Cross said TikTok, you know what I'm saying? He did the promo on him, and then he goes, and then they showed backstage. Santos is like, oh, guys, I think it's time. He's like, he looked all scared. He was like, no, it's just happy hour. Let's go. This guy is a comedic timing of Santos Escobar. He's just epic right now. He's the man, bro.
He has done so well since he lost the mask.
Yes, as soon as he took that mask off, different person.
Same thing that kind of happened to what's his name, Andrade.
Oh, Andrade, yes. I took the mask off him because even Triple H was saying,
not Ben. Troy, we're going completely off topic.
Oh,
You're supposed to talk about the
Elimination Chamber, Tribal Chief. He choked out Daniel Bryan. My gosh, it was a great moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, the great moment was when Edge hit that fucking spear on him.
No, it wasn't. Edge shouldn't have been there. But he came in there anyway.
The best moment was when Paul Heyman got the perfect timing to just turn around like, oh my God, I didn't see it happening. He's pretending to have a conversation with a TV screen that's pretending to be an audience member.
It's true, actually, yeah.
Paul Heyman is the guy, you know.
There is no other way of describing it.
There's not. Paul Heyman. I've never seen someone so perfect before. Perfect management in my life. Paul Heyman is just that guy. No one can touch him right now. He's untouchable.
Not the best at running a promotion, but very
good.
Not
at running it, but yeah, he's okay at running. He's okay at running it. I can't really say.
As long as you leave the actual practical decisions and pragmatic and budgeting decisions to somebody else, then leave Paul Heyman in charge of everything else, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, you make him head of creative and someone else head of the actual money aspect, and everything will be well.
Yes. Okay. Debray goes through absolute hell, actually manages to make it work. The match is fantastic. Everyone who is in that match is brilliant in the role they are in that
Amazing.
What did you think of the Sami Zayn thing with the pod?
Oh, I thought the whole thing was right from the beginning where KO has come out first, and then him and Sammy have this sort of the way they're just their best mates in real life, and you can see that, then you can see how much fun they're having pretending to be like, okay, buddy, KO, buddy.
And then you got Jay over there. Jay just chilling in the background, looking savage. I'm loving it, man. With the chain on.
He was just sitting on the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah, sitting on the floor with the chain on, going, "Let's go, Wolves! Let's go, Wolves!" The whole time I'm dying. Oh gosh!
I did like the spot with Jay using the door against.
That was a great spot.
That was very good.
With the arm, about 10 super kicks and then the splash.
It's very difficult to find something new to do in the chamber, and that was different.
That was creative. I was like, damn, is he going to pull out a submission move or something? I thought he was going to pull out a submission or something.
Oh, really dramatic.
But yes, the big story of the Elimination Chamber, I'm going to finish off with this. The Miz is the WWE champion. Oh my gosh. Yes, it has happened. It's happened, people.
Still don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah,
kind of waiting to see what happens tonight, whether it's got a good payoff or not.
I think it has to end with Lashley. Lashley has to win the belt.
7 out of 10 for me if he doesn't retain tonight. It's a 10 out of 10 for me if he does.
Lashley has to get that belt. 10 out of 10. Oh.
No, you know what? If Lashley wins it, I'll consider that a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, exactly. For me as well, yeah.
Oh, no, I want to see The Miz stay in contention through to WrestleMania and be in that match at WrestleMania alongside McIntyre and Lashley.
He's going to be facing Bad Bunny. Anybody who's watched the product knows he's facing Bad Bunny.
Tag team match.
Even 20 minutes before he won the world title, he was being slapped by Bad Bunny. Seriously, they didn't stop that storyline, and they're not going to stop it just for the inconvenience of the World Championship being on him right now.
Exactly, that's too good. Oh, it's a Bad Bunny, my God.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. The Miz won the title, 2-time champ. Oh my gosh, what is going on? But
totally deserves
light in the tunnel. We shall see.
But the Miz totally deserves it. He's one of the hardest workers in the company.
He does.
Very little.
Play smart. He does. He plays smart.
No, but also he's a real company man. He works his ass
He is.
For the company. And considering what he went through when he first arrived, he was treated like shit.
He was.
When he first came to the company, and he has worked bloody hard to now be one of the most sensible mentors to young people coming through. He's one of the people they all go to.
Yeah, if you need someone who's literally at the bottom of the barrel when they first came in and how they worked their way up, you send them to the Miz.
Completely agree.
You send them straight to the Miz to say, okay, I'm gonna treat you like this, but you gotta stick with it, work your way up. Bull. That's the Miz.
Right. But Troy, I love wrestling. Dan loves wrestling. We all love wrestling. But I think it's probably time to move on, man.
Yeah, I am. I'm moving on. Let's go. That's my first pick. Okay, second pick is just gonna be really short. So Snowpiercer, I've been watching that still. It's a little catch up. Season 2, Sean Bean. My gosh.
Sean Bean's made it to season 2 of a TV show.
Sean Bean. This is his first live appearance. So season 2 is this is an official appearance. Season 2.
I'm using myself to say holy shit. Also, sorry, I was reading a book. It's much more interesting than what you guys have spent 10 minutes.
Oh, wow!
Sorry.
But yes.
No, but please, we need a wrestling spin-off so you guys can take that over there. But yeah, Sean Bean. Yes, season 2.
Yes, all my days. Have you been watching Snowpiercer? Any one of you?
Yes. Snowpiercer, if I'm very drunk. Yeah. Snowpiercer, yes.
Yeah, Snowpiercer is amazing. This show is so good. Oh my gosh. Sean Bean is like a maniacal sicko, and I flipping love it in this season, yo. Wilfred, his train, say the special train that goes around. His train is literally hooked onto the original Snowpiercer train now. And he is going savage. He's going ham. He's trying to take out the new leaders of the Snowpiercer. And I'm here for it all day, every day. Even spoiler alert. So there's a spot in the show where Sean Bean literally runs this guy a bath. And it's okay, it's a nice warm bath. He throws the salts in there, the little essential oils and all that garbage in there. And he goes, yeah, go on, go inside. It's nice and warm. And then the guy goes in there, tells him a story. Sean Bean takes his clothes off. He goes in the bath with him. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So then he proceeds to bring out this knife.
From where?
Yeah, from somewhere. I'm like, where the heck is he getting this knife from? Like, what's going on?
Between the butt cheeks.
Ben's a joke. So
if John Barrowman can pull a tiny piss out of his arse crack in Doctor Who, I'm saying hiding enough between his butt cheeks can be done. Very careful, though.
So then Sean B gives this guy the knife and goes, yes, thank you for your sacrifice. And the guy's like, sacrifice? He's like, yeah, for your sacrifice, you went over there, you got some intel for us. Yeah, you know what to do now. Proceeds to put the knife, the cutthroat. It's a cutthroat, by the way. Cutthroat towards his vein, just literally slowly bleeds. I'm like, oh man. Cuts this guy's wrist, and I was like, oh my gosh, that messed me up, man. There's those Shomi's all there staring at him, smiling, while the blood just going around the bath, and there's sitting in there as well. I'm like, that was sick. I was like, this guy is off his head, bro. This guy is crazy. So, anyone who doesn't see Snowpiercer, go watch it right now. Get to season 2 because it's lit right now. Watch a couple episodes of season 2. It's lit. Get on it. Jennifer Connelly's in there, so boom. Watch the show. So I'm done. That's my part done. 1 and 2 sorted out. Sorted.
Nice. Who's next?
I'll take it if you want.
Okay.
So this week I want to talk about 2 things that surround. They both their connection is the fact that there's one person who's been involved with both. The first one I want to talk about is a young adult kind of TV show called Videogame Highschool.
Oh.
Has anyone heard of this?
Videogame Highschool? No. I heard that.
Is that on Netflix?
It was on Netflix. You can find it on YouTube now.
Okay.
You can find it on Amazon as well.
Mm-hmm. Is it Australian?
It's
American.
It's kind of it's definitely American, but it has a lot of Australian influences.
Oh, okay.
Well, but it's set in the near future where video games are. You're as likely to see massive crowds of people going to see a video game competition as whichever the biggest sport in your country right now is.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's kind of it enhances the reputation of video games, and there are actually schools completely dedicated to people who are going into the career of video games.
One day, geeks will take over football fans in the majority. We will rise up. Sorry.
And that's the kind of thing that's going on with it. And it starts off with this dude called Brian Dehaney, who has he's an amateur gamer. He has an online game tag of Brian D, which looks a bit like Brained. Right?
Yeah.
Played by Josh Blaylock.
Josh Blaylock? Who's that?
Josh Blaylock. He has been in the Bernie Mac show. He was in No Country for Old Men. He was
him. Okay, got you. Good actor.
He is not a bad actor at all. He plays Brian B. And in this, he is just going through like doing his normal games, playing games, and he manages to get a kill on the #1 player from the best school for video games. This guy called The Law, who's played by Brian Ferenzi. Plays Lawrence the Law Pemberton. And from there, the main character gets moved to this school, basically, gets a whole pile of infamy for having had this kill. The Law hates him, is the main enemy of the first series. On top of this, the Law's girlfriend becomes a romantic interest for Brian D. And he also has a bunch of other friends, and it's kind of an ensemble piece. But it follows him as his story mainly, but you see all of their stories as well.
Yeah.
And like his love interest is played by Joanna Brady, who plays Jenny Matrix. There's Kimberly Swan, played by Ellery Porterfield, and Ted Wong, played by Jimmy Wong. Have you ever heard of Jimmy Wong?
Wait, that's familiar.
Yeah, I think so.
He was in the newest Mulan. He's been in an awful lot of things where he's just sort of been the background comedy young actor.
Yeah.
And he also is very much an influencer, a YouTuber, a panel show. Like he'll be at the conventions on the panels answering the questions about all sorts of things, geekery and comedy and like human rights and progressiveness and stuff. He's very into all that sort of stuff as well.
Okay. I was looking at Joanna Bradley as well. The Bradley. I was like, I know that girl. It said Quantico, and that's where I remember her from. Quantico. Joanna Bradley.
He was in Easy A, The Grudge 3, Paranormal Activity 3.
She's so good. She's so
good. She's been in a lot of things with threes in them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like it.
We also have a wonderful supporting cast. Like, I'll just run through them.
Oh.
Chase Williamson, Brian Forrest, Joey Scoma, Benji Dolly, Nicole Weiland, Megan Camarena, Rocky Collins, Joey Doughton, Clinton Jones, Zachary Levi, Harley Morenstein, Freddie Wong, and Nathan Kress, who are all fantastic and all have their own, like, these are people who are coming up and getting there, and some of these names are going to be the A-lister names in, say, 5 years' time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some of them are the guys that you will have heard of already, and they definitely have their definite following.
Definite.
It's a fun and like you get the good ending for each season. There's 3 seasons of it. It does get weaker across the 3 seasons. The first season is definitely the best. But it is one of those things where if you feel like you want to watch something about, you know, that kind of, it's the high school setting, but it's all about video games, and it's got all of the general competitiveness and friendship and adversity and romance and everything tropes, and it's done nice. This isn't something which I would put forward for any major awards or anything, but it's completely inoffensive. It's safe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As
it's kind of like Sky High in a way, like the movie Sky High.
It's a bit like it, yeah. It's got that same kind of feel to it, with like a slightly older audience.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay.
Like the audience is designed to be maybe 2 or 3 years older than Sky High is.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not half bad, and that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, that's a great cast. I'll check it out. That's for sure.
The other thing that I want to talk about also involves Jimmy Wong and is one of his personal projects. And it's a YouTube show, which is, you know, the way like we have smug mode and it's under the Square Eyes Syndrome banner?
Yeah.
Jimmy Wong and one of his best friends, a dude called Josh Lee Kwai, who is a producer and director rather than an actor. They're both massive Magic the Gathering fans. Magic the Gathering, for those that don't know, is a trading card game. It's the original trading card game. It's been going since 1992 or 1993, I think. I'm a fan of playing, but I don't know much about the early years because I came to it in 2015.
Yeah, my friend loves it. My friend's got all the cards. He's a collector. He does appointments and all that.
Yeah, it's definitely a hole in the wallet kind of hobby. But yeah, I really enjoy playing it. My friends really enjoy playing it, and this is a game called. This is a program called GameKnight, which is all about playing the game. He also has the channel that it runs underneath is called the CommandZone. And the CommandZone also does podcasts and reviews of cards and discussions and interviews with people who are in the competitive scene or the design scene in Magic and all this sort of stuff.
Okay.
But GameKnight is there. We're actually playing the game show. And it's really professionally set up, and they've got a really good studio for it. And their camera work is impeccable for it. It's really easy to follow, and not many channels that actually do gameplay for Magic the Gathering have a good setup and an easy to follow gameplay. This one is so easy and good to follow. You don't even need to have a big screen to be able to see everything that's happening. You can watch this on your mobile phone and you'll still be able to follow it.
Yeah.
And they play Commander, which is my favorite thing about it. Commander is just one of the ways you can play Magic the Gathering. And it leans into being able to play in a group of 4. So it's usually Josh Lee Kwai and also Jimmy Wong, and then 2 other people, either celebrities that like playing Magic or people who are involved in Magic the Gathering design or in the competitive aspect of it. Every so often there'll be something else that's out of left field, like a fan episode or something like that. But they play over and over and over again. They've got lots of games. They're all up on YouTube. It's not for everyone because not everyone's going to follow it. But for the people who do have any interest in watching that kind of geekery and gameplay, this is the best of the best that is out there. There's a sister channel that's called Extra Turns where they play less organized games, a bit more fun games and less sort of showcasing the latest cards or the latest set or, you know, something that's going on, because GameKnight usually does. It has that commercial element to it. What else can I say about it? They've been running for a long time. They have a fantastic setup. They have a fantastic way of doing things. They've got the following, the in-jokes, everything's there. And if you feel like watching something a bit different, please do go and check it out, because yeah, it's worth it. It would be the best example for something to go and try. Knights as in, you know, knights in shining armor.
Yeah.
And they like have the catchphrase of GameKnight is "only one may stand," because of course they're playing until the last person's there who's the winner. Every time someone gets knocked out, it goes to a little sort of side note away from the gameplay where it shows them basically acting out how they died. Just there's lots of little asides of people going to the camera and like being like, yeah, so I'm being sneaky here because no one knows that I've got this in my hand. And then it cuts to someone else who's talking and going, the way he's acting, I'm pretty certain he's got that in his hand. It's really, really nicely done. I enjoy it a lot. Check it out. And to be honest, that is me. I just wanted to showcase a couple of things that Jimmy Wong does because he doesn't get a lot of praise for his work, and he's a very hard worker when it comes to making entertainment for all of us.
Nice.
So that was me.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I've sent them to sleep.
I know. What's going on?
Oh
no,
wow.
I'm still here, man.
Disappeared.
Ben, put your book down.
No, I'm just here, man. There's a lot of noise on my end today, so because there's drilling going on outside, I'm just trying to mute it if I've got nothing to say. I'm just trying to make this podcast as nice, easy to listen to as possible. No, good stuff. Thank you.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to kiss Keelhall's bun hole now, but like I did with David Tennant. Watched the last episode of It's a Sin on Channel 4. As I said last week, it's the drama about AIDS in the 80s and 90s. We follow a bunch of homosexual people living in a house called the Pink Palace, written by Russell T Davies, our God and Saviour. In the last episode, one of the mothers is Keely Hawes. Now, we all know Keely Hawes is a fantastic actress, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, she's one of the best British actresses going on. Not just British, but actress in the world.
Yeah.
What this last episode does, it moves her to the front of the plot for like a whole 20 minutes. Like, there was a scene in the hospital. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there's just this bit where she's raging up and down, found out that her son is dying of AIDS. Obviously, she's got this kind of, you know, when some parents have a difficult time finding out, like, if your kid's gay, all of a sudden you feel like you've been lied to. So she's slowly coming to terms with it. At first she thinks, oh, you're a lion. Swiping out at everyone. Hysterically crying, angry, telling her husband to F off, taking charge of it. It's just like a real good mix of emotions, like a complete, it's someone trying to deal with a lot of stuff at once. And there's very few actors or actresses that can do that. And it's just, it goes up and down for 20 minutes. It's just an acting showcase for her. And it was really good, really touching. Russell T Davies's heart is always good. And it was very touching. That ended well. But obviously, I mean, you know, we did Ashes to Ashes near the beginning of this podcast's life. And we always said, like, Keely Hawes is very good at playing bitches as well as nice people. She can do the whole complex range. She can play any character.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's underrated as well. Not a lot of people talk about her.
Oh, she is. She's underrated, yeah.
And I was playing the old Tomb Raider games the other day, and she's the voice of that. So I was thinking, oh, cool, okay. So she's quite varied in her hard work. So I wanted to talk about that. It was really good ending. RuPaul Drag Race. Tom, you'll be happy to know that 2 Scottish lads are still there. For there might be a Glasgow versus Edinburgh ding dong in the final.
Who gives a shit?
Okay. I'm trying to flag.
Who gives a fracking shit?
Well, I will keep bringing it up. It's the update. And I've been watching a bit more Wandavision.
Oh, yes.
I'm a bit bored of it now.
You bored?
Yeah, I'm not really enjoying this. It's just, I think if you take all the crappy sitcom stuff out of it, it's really, I mean, it's fine, it's good, but I just kind of wish they would get rid of the sitcom stuff now. It's a bit, 7 episodes of it now.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, that's the went like a couple of episodes ago. To be fair,
it dominates too much of the show. It's just get on with it now. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for them to get on with it. I am very excited about Falcon Winter Soldier, and Loki and all that. But dear God, just get on with it, Marvel. Seriously, like you're boring me. It's okay. It's exciting to see where they go, but I don't know, man. Everyone seems to love it. I'm not feeling it, and that's me done for the week. And I've got nothing else, so that's me done. Tom.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to leave you in it, dude. I've literally. Well, unless you guys have got anything you want to add to those shows, besides RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, the only thing I was going to say on Wandavision is surely part of the entire setup is it's set up as a sitcom every week, so that's kind of integral to it, isn't it?
But it's a bit too much.
Can we take some meta knowledge from the comics and put it in here?
Sure.
Okay. It's whoever's doing the writing that does have the meta knowledge of the comics has probably tried to make this very sitcom-y style for WandaVision. Now, I'm saying this only having heard what I've heard from you guys. I've been waiting until it's over so I can binge it all at once.
Yeah.
But and that's only been since I've heard that it's gotten better, because I was planning on skipping it entirely.
Oh, it's got better.
But
definitely got better.
Because it's gotten better, and because there's been this stuff which is interesting rather than just, oh, let's make a feel good. Then it ties into Wanda Maximoff's comic book character. I think we've spoken about this before a little bit, but I really do think that this element of staying in that unreality of sitcom world, regardless of how creepy or unsettling things might get, is her madness.
Yeah. That
is her madness. And you seeing it that way is her madness.
It is going to be worth getting to where we need to go with it, and it's getting better as it goes. And I know that next year it goes into the Doctor Strange movie. I'm really excited where they're going to take Wanda, don't get me wrong. Just that, especially those first. Troy, you've watched it with me so far, right?
Yeah, I'm up to date.
Those first 2 episodes, it grinded for a while, especially that first episode. You sat there and went, huh? And then I figured out what they were doing.
I kind of knew where they were going because I've watched shows like this before, but at the same time I was kind of like, it's okay. I was just along for the ride, to be honest.
Well, I'm enjoying it now. I enjoy the fact that they've brought Darcy back, because Darcy just disappeared. She was from the 4 films. I'm really glad she's back. It's just nice to see them crossing over. Having knowledge of the comics is good, because I think that's why I'm still watching. Because even if Marvel don't always do what excite me all the time, I'm still interested to see where they're going. It's still ambitious what they're doing, and it's exciting. They're trying new things, and maybe it will take me a while to get used to this weekly thing, because they're literally lining them up week after week after week. They've literally got Winter Soldier and Falcon ready to go immediately afterwards. Then Loki, then whatever else is happening. So it's good. I especially did like the last episode 6, the Malcolm in the Middle thing. I was very proud I caught that, because I'm a big Malcolm in the Middle fan.
Yeah, I caught that straight away. I'm massive Malcolm in the fan myself.
And I'm glad that, well, we haven't spoiled it for Tom. I don't know if Dan knows who pops up, but we haven't spoiled it yet. But it's awesome. Hopefully we get another cameo, but we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. We'll see.
Well, I will, because I know we got an email this week from a drag queen, so I do know that you guys may not like RuPaul, but we have an audience, so that's cool.
Hey, I don't like RuPaul. I'm fine with drag queens.
No, you're okay, because a lot of people don't like RuPaul, but they like the contestants, and that's cool. I'm not here to defend RuPaul. You can throw RuPaul under the bus, I care. But I love the show. I love the contestants. RuPaul can just, whatever. But the contestants, they're the interest. They're what make it work, man. That's the culture I like. You never know. Scotland might win a few things. Drew McIntyre's no longer WWE champion, so Scotland needs to win something. All right, Tom, would you like to come on?
I'm just trying to process all of that and think of a witty and simple retort. I can't think of one, so I'm just going to go with "fuck you."
Hey, look, it's your catchphrase.
I know it's turning into my. I just need to add "fuck you, Ben" at the end of it because it's always Ben that we aim this at.
Dan's got his. I don't know what Troy's got. No, Dan's got his one, but she hasn't used yet.
No, I'm saving mine. The way it's coming.
Yeah, we'll have when we're mega stars, we'll have massive T-shirts just with "fuck you, Ben" written across them.
No, mine was just disclaimer. So that's mine for now.
You've made it once you get one of those, right?
Anyway, right. So, I'm only talking about one show this week, and it's going to be fairly brief. It's a show that I became aware of a little while ago, and I keep meaning to watch it. And I wanted and want to love it, and I'm just not. It's a show called Castle Rock. Have any of you guys come across it?
Oh, Castle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, seen both seasons. Yes.
What do you think of it?
I loved every second of it.
Really?
Yes.
I found it I've only just started the second. I've only watched the whole of the first season, and towards the end, it became very interesting.
It's a slow burn. Another slow burn.
It's a very, very slow burn.
Very slow burn.
Point where I was going, do I really want to? I only continued it because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah. Was it a Stephen King one?
I would have stopped a couple of episodes in had I not thought, you know what, I need to actually have a good understanding of the show I'm looking at.
Yeah. Tom, is this the Stephen King?
Yeah. This is the Stephen King multiverse.
So, does this tie in with all? Does this take place after all the films in one place?
No. It's not like that. It's kind of set in the world. So it's bits and pieces of all of it. So you've got a character, and how can I say this without sounding sexist? I'm not sure that I can.
Oh, just say it. Sounds.
No. Like the character of Jack Torrance, famously played by Jack Nicholson in The Shining, and a brilliant character, but they've turned it into Jackie Torrance in this multiverse. And although I don't mind it, and the woman who plays Jackie Torrance is excellent, it kind of frustrates me when they do that. And that's not. And I know I come across as sounding like I'm sexist, and I'm really trying not to because the performance is amazing.
Can I say? Right?
Yep.
I completely agree with you for a number of reasons. One is because it sounds like it's going to be sexist the moment that you say, hey, but this character was this character, and why have you just swapped their gender just because?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're being sexist because it sounds like what you're saying is, oh, my fragile masculinity. I cannot take it that there is this character that I identified with, and now women can identify with that character. That's what it sounds like you're saying. You're saying, though, is it?
No. Not even in the slightest.
Nope. Not even in the slightest. And if we were having this sort of thing where people's characters were being gender swapped all over the place, then we probably would have a little bit of a bit more like acceptance of it. But again, it has to be for a reason other than to gender swap them.
Yeah.
There has to be something else going on that actually makes sense as to why this is what is happening. Because otherwise, it's just another unrelated television show or movie or piece of media or something of any kind of pop culture where suddenly, oh, look, we have to look as if we might be being a little bit more pandering towards the people who will get mad if we just, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's got nothing to do with story, it's got nothing to do with shit.
Like I say, the woman who plays Jackie Torrance is actually very good.
Yeah,
I can't remember her name, but plays the character really well. Not really playing a psychopath at this point, but I'm only one season in, so that could all change.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, right? I am a big Stephen King fan, but he writes a lot of weird shit that I don't like as well. When he gets it right, he's a fucking genius. But when he gets it wrong, it's just And The Shining is a perfect example of that. Brilliant idea, brilliant story, and then he goes off in really weird directions. And it kind of reminded me of all those bad points. At points in this show, things just didn't seem to make sense for long periods. It was ages before you got to the exposition of who some of these characters who you'd been watching from episode 1 were, and suddenly you went, "Oh shit, that makes sense." And then it worked, but it was 8 episodes in before that even any of that explanation came along. And so you had to really give yourself over to, I'm going to watch this even if I'm not gripped by it.
Yeah.
And then it was worth it when you got to those last couple of episodes, because both the last 2 episodes of season 1 were cracking, because you finally understood all of the interrelationships that were going on in this massive multiverse. And so I'm hoping season 2 will be worth it.
Season 2 is really good. You like season 2.
I mean, they brought in one of my favorite Stephen King characters for season 2.
Yeah. If that's the case, you're gonna love it.
Because what's her name? The name's completely gone out of my head. Annie Wilkes.
Yes.
She's the character from the book Misery.
Yeah, Misery.
So she's the one who, if you've seen the film Misery, she's the one who breaks James Caan's legs in about 19 places with a sledgehammer. So she seems to be the focus of season 2, and she's played by oh god, what's her damn name?
Philly Kaplan. What's her name?
Her name will come back to me. It's just
Lucy Kaplan. There you go.
Lucy Kaplan. If you want a point of reference, she played in season 1 of True Blood. She played Amy, the girlfriend of
who is she?
Suki's brother. His name's gone out of my head. But she played Amy. She's the one who stabbed the fat vampire in the basement.
Yeah, the one who was like the high out of her mind every 5 minutes, high on blood.
Yeah.
I might have misheard. Did you say Saki?
Suki. It's the name of a character.
Cool. Okay.
Tom.
Now I've got a thing of Sooty. And I think Sooty's going to stuck.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Wait, Jackie Torrance. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Jackie Torrance. No, she was the niece.
Right.
She was the niece of Jack Torrance.
Oh, is that how they've done? See,
Yeah.
I missed that.
I should remembered. She was the niece.
Okay, so that kind of makes
Yeah,
that I can then live with.
Just had a flashback. I was like, damn, okay. Missed it.
But I obviously missed that because it wasn't catching.
It wasn't really
to
explained
pay
properly, but
attention.
yeah, it was a niece.
Okay, well that kind of works. I can live with a lot more.
Yeah, it was like really loose. Yeah.
But yeah, so you got Lucy Kaplan in the second series, which is looking like she's going to be fantastic. I've only watched about 20 minutes of the first episode, but it's already looking quality. And I'm far more invested already in season 2 than I was in season 1. In terms of being a proper marking out as a fan, there's little things that they've done with the casting that just make me smile.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the big ones are the mother of the main protagonist in season 1 is played by Sissy Spacek, who famously played Karen. Yeah. Who else is in it? Oh, there was somebody else.
Who else is it? What's it? Oh, wait, I'm trying to remember that old guy's. What's his name? Got a actor in there. What's his name?
Yeah, you and I are doing the same thing, but it's just
it's so annoying because I haven't seen season 1 in a while, so it's annoying the heck out of me. You can't remember.
Yeah. So, but the fact that they've given Sissy Spacek such a big role in this Stephen King thing is awesome.
Yeah.
You've also got Tim Robbins is in season 2.
Yes.
And obviously he's connected with Andy Dufresne and the Shawshank Redemption and all of that. Yeah. So the fact, and I love that, but also they've made a nod to the more recent films as well, because Bill Skarsgård plays a huge part in season 1 of Castle Rock. And for those of you who don't know, he played It in the remake of It over the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, he's. Let's wait. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. No, I was just about to say something. No, I ain't say nothing. No. I ain't say nothing. No.
No. So it's kind of, even within this multiverse world they've created, they're making nods to the stuff outside of that in other media, which I kind of like. Just the geek in me goes, oh yeah, I love that. And I'm hoping that I will come back on this show another day and say, you know what, season 2 was epic and it all works, because it's been cancelled now. They've only done 2 seasons of it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I will come back at the end, having watched the second season, and say to you guys, you know what, I was actually wrong and it truly is worth it. But it's a slog to get through a lot of the first season, and I really, you have to be a proper Stephen King fan to kind of accept it even.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you're
on
not
top
into
of that,
Stephen King lore, it's gonna be a hard time for you.
Yeah, it assumes that you understand a certain amount about Stephen King before you start.
Yeah.
You can't come to it completely cold. Otherwise, you will just get lost as hell in the first 5 seconds.
I am so disappointed. I've been listening through to all of this, and I'm like, it's the Stephen King multiverse. Stephen King did the Stephen King multiverse already. There's an entire series of books that Stephen King wrote that takes into account the Stephen King multiverse.
Yeah.
It's called the Dark Tower series.
So basically, it's like the Avengers.
I know the Dark Tower series.
So it's like the Avengers, but much more spookier.
No.
It's a joke. Don't run it. I know it's a show. It's not superheroes. I'm just being.
So on a different note, the Annie, is it Annie Wilkes?
Yeah.
Character. You know the crazy woman flips out in Barnes and Noble video?
Vaguely recall it, yeah.
The one where people started like including it in, like, if you want to see what a Karen looks like and shit like this. And this woman's just insane. Why is she causing so much trouble and so much hassle for this poor clerk? And it's all actually a pre-arranged and pre-sorted out, like, actual video play shot to look as real as possible, shot to look as candid as possible, of this improv actress doing that scene in the bookstore where she's flipping out about Paul Sheldon.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. Crazy woman flips out in Barnes and Noble. Go and watch it. This actress is quality. Because it looks exactly like she's just being a complete and utter psychopath. And it takes.
Fair enough. I will take that on board, but going back to my point, I don't know. It's kind of a difficult one, because I don't know if I'm recommending it or not at this point.
It's a difficult one. I mean, King fan, give it a try.
Yes. If you're a Stephen King fan, definitely give it a shot.
Yes.
And be aware that you are going to have to sometimes just accept that shit doesn't make sense, and it will make sense by the end of the season.
Just stick with it.
Yeah. Like I said, the thing is, I wouldn't have done not been a big Stephen King fan, and number 2, not done a podcast on TV shows.
Yeah.
So that's not really a big recommendation that I'm giving it right there, because everything does make sense in the end, but it seems so disparate at points that you're sitting there going, well, why do I need to know that? And then it's 4 episodes before that little thing that you went, well, what was the point in that? Suddenly has relevance, and it's like, okay, I don't care about that. I cared about that 4 episodes ago. Why do I care about it now? Yeah.
Some points are kind of like, throw away some of them.
I'm being harsh, but it's because I had such high expectations coming into watching the show. I've been waiting to watch it for a while. I kept putting it off.
Yeah.
And then I decided a couple of days ago, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I just, it hasn't gripped me anywhere near as much as I hoped it would, or expected it to, in fact. Sure. But I'm on to season 2, and we'll see how that goes, because it's already looking pretty good.
Yeah. I've got another recommendation for you, Tom.
What's that?
Let us know next time, Tom.
Yeah, I will try and finish it before the next time we record.
Do it.
And bring this as one of my picks as an update.
Do it. Oh yeah, The Outsider. That's my other recommendation. The Outsider.
Okay.
Another Stephen King show.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen
Not
when
The Stand.
Steve?
Don't watch The Stand.
Don't
Have you ever
understand. I've just finished it. Just finished it. It was the ending was kind of meh, but yeah.
If you want to see a really polarizing thing to do with Stephen King, go and watch the remade version of The Shining that he did for TV.
Oh.
Because he hated the film version.
Oh my god.
Because it's so far away from what the book is.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? Maybe I'm being harsh towards Stephen King on this because the film by Kubrick is so good, so famous, so epic that his TV version just did not live up to it at all.
Right. As much as I love to chat, we've got to do emails as well. We're running long.
That's right.
Right.
Sorry about that. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to quickly run through these. Thank you, everyone. Right. So last week, Derek from Newcastle wrote in about, stuff. I forgot to add, he thought Alex was awesome from 2 weeks ago. Said, sorry about that, Derek. You sent me another email to tell me that I forgot that. We all noticed that when I came off.
We noticed the moment we were off air, but we were off air.
Because I told them Alex had got good feedback, and Tom said it. I think we came off the air. I said, "Oh yeah, whoops," because we were trying to get it done. So, do apologise, but now I've rectified that. Andy from Glasgow would like to know: is Alex replacing Troy? Less wrestling is appreciated. That would be a nice change. Okay. Oh, Fire Throne. I'm sure Andy's loving this week's episode.
That's for you, bro. That's for you.
I think it's the wrestling he's angry at, but I know the pain there, Andy. So he's also got another question. Which show would you bring back if you could?
Which show would I bring back if I could?
I would bring Doctor Who. I would bring Doctor Who back. Peter Capaldi left, and that was it. It went off the air, right?
Ben, Doctor Who
I
has
know.
not stopped.
I know it's a joke. I wish it had ended with Peter Capaldi. God, Chris Chimbles ruined it.
Don't like what they've done with the character.
I can believe it's not there. I can believe it's not on there.
You can believe it, but that's not an acceptable answer because it ain't stopped.
It did. To me, it died 2017. It hasn't come back. Okay. Definitely not Iron Fist. Okay, Firefly, but I think everyone's going to jump in with Firefly.
I've
They
got
kind of tied it off with Serenity, man.
No. I like it's a good shout for something that a lot of people would be very happy to see more of in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm not going to say the name of the show straight off, but I am going to sing the theme tune.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Man, the TV show. Let's go.
Let's talk about the original.
Anyone know it?
Loving the X-Men, obviously the X-Men.
Yes.
Animated adventure. Let's go. Got down full DVD box set.
I'd love that to come back.
All right. Okay, so if you're going there, okay, let me see what I can bring back. Okay, so I'll bring back. It's gonna be. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but The Tribe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
No, 100%. That would be really good for people.
Classic. That's what I'm talking about. The Tribe.
I'm torn as to what I'd bring back. Because part of me, I said this on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, I'd love to see another series of Constantine with the cast from the first series.
Yes, definitely.
But the other thing that I'd truly love to see come back, and you could still do it, is Count Duckula.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, that's just a personal thing. Major highlight of my childhood.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, flipping The Tribe, man. Flipping it. So good.
That's a good chat, man.
Okay. And we got a bit more. Just when we thought they're away, Brittany and Christina have apparently teamed up with their brother Justin. I think I'm beginning to happening.
Oh,
It's not even real now, surely.
that's a Mickey
Just come
Mouse
back next week with Mandy and Mandy and what the other one.
Miley.
Yeah. Dear God. Okay.
Anyway, go on.
Go on.
Okay.
More random questions.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mr. Fingers, that would be Dan. Mr. Fingers. Mr. Fingers. What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street? I know where you live. Your hair smells nice.
A very subjective thing to ask, isn't it?
I think if I wanted to scare the living shit out of someone, I'd say something like, "You look so pretty when you're sleeping," or something like that.
Oh, snap.
Just you've never seen them before at all.
Yeah.
That dress fits you better than yesterday's.
Yeah, like it.
And then just keep walking and don't look back.
Just looking forward, just like walking up. That's funny as heck.
Oh,
Yeah. What would the world be like if it was filled with male and female copies of you? Oh boy.
Whew.
I'll let you guys tell me because I'm not getting involved.
I'm jumping out this one. I'm tagging out. Tag me out.
A whole world of female and male Troy's loving charms. I would just.
Oh my! Wait, actually, wait a second.
Right now.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
I would nuke this planet.
Second, this sounds pretty good. I like that.
I don't know how to answer that.
That is a real.
No, everything would go to shit.
Everything would go to shit if any of us were just.
Everybody would be too busy watching TV.
True.
No one would be making it.
A world where there's clones of just yourself, you would have to fuck yourself. I mean, that is a galling thought, really, for anyone.
I'm sorry, but given the lockdown, how is that different from any other day?
Good
That
point,
is a star, bro. That is a star. Man, you're killing me.
Lovely. What sport would be the funniest to add amount of alcohol to? Three-legged race. That would be fun.
I don't know. I'd quite like to see pissed curling.
I would like to see piss bowls of pensioners.
Yeah, that would be quite good as well.
Pick it up. Them just not letting go of the ball, holding on to it as they roll off down the. I would love to see people do 10-pin bowling pissed. They go with the ball down the lane.
Go to Park Royal
I think
on any Saturday night, man.
I think I have my favourite. Skeleton Bob.
Actually, just downhill skiing would be quite good if people were pissed.
Oh my god, skiing would be funny as heck.
No, I like the Skeleton Bob because then it can be involuntary.
Oh dear.
The only sport you can do without meaning to.
Another one. If you were held at gunpoint and told that if you didn't impress them with your dance moves, you would be killed, what dance moves would you bust out? What?
Oh.
To quote the legendary Bill Hicks, real men don't dance, they sit, sweat, and curse.
Yes, I would perform the fall over and bleed from a hole in my forehead.
I would do drunken kung fu. They'd be so surprised at it. I have to kick their ass quickly. Think about it. Unpredictable.
Intriguing.
I don't have any practice dancing. When there's music around, I'm playing it.
Such a thing. Ooh.
I'm a white man, so dance moves would not.
That's the pop smoke dance.
A lot of white men know how to raise their groin and thrust it in the air.
Pop Smoke
Yeah,
dance.
baby. That's a white boy dance move right there. Green frosting.
Yes. Any others?
Troy?
Oh, it said mine. Pop Smoke dance. A Dior dance. The Dior. Dior. Anyone who knows about rap music knows what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking the Dior. Pop Smoke. It's my trademark right there. That's mine. I dance as well a little bit, so that's why. But yeah.
Well, if they're going to shoot me...
Our resident expert dancer. None of the rest of us know how to even... Actually, I can't really say that. I do have some dancing experience.
I'm sure you guys can dance. What do you mean?
We're white, Troy.
Nope.
No excuse.
No, I would do the worm. Scotty too hot his worm. Try and shoot me when I'm up and down like a whale. One more. What fictional character is amazing in a book, show, movie, but would be insufferable if you had to deal with them in mundane, everyday situations?
Ooh.
I would say Ross Geller. Ross Geller? Monica and Ross. Them together. Oh, God. Yeah, those two. Oh, God, no.
Oh, jeez. Who would the character I'd choose? Flipping heck.
Asta and Black Clover.
Oh,
I knew it.
oh, goddess.
It's tough. That's flipping tough. I watched so many.
Allow me to put the words Naruto in there.
No. I was thinking about that, but I changed my mind.
Main character only. Everybody else can stay, just Naruto.
Oh, man.
Because he's annoying. I'm your friend. You're not friends with Sasuke, you silly little bitch.
Believe it!
Believe it, bitch! Oh, God. Sorry, that's me done.
I know. I watch too much anime. It's tough for me. It's tough. Way too tough.
I'd probably be boring and say somebody like Fraser Crane would annoy the living tits off me in real life.
That'd be annoying as heck.
Why the hell are you friends with me?
I ask myself that question every day, Daniel.
I love how Tom's doing a little jab in there.
Have you ever answered it?
Yes, and I still don't know what the answer is.
All right, thank you for all your questions, guys. That will be it. That is all done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, then. Oh, also, thank you very much for upping our view count again as well. We're slowly climbing.
We're climbing, guys.
Really loving that. So, yeah.
Well,
Cheers.
we'll keep honest to tell you what they are, but cheers.
And if we could possibly manage to get the actual name of the person who's pretending to be Brittany, Christina, and Justin, then...
Are you still up for strumming lessons now with them, with Justin being nearby?
Look, strumming lessons is one thing. What you're implying by it is an entirely different thing. So which question am I answering, Ben?
You know, not the guitar strumming lessons, the other strumming lessons.
Oh, that one. Well, I don't even know if these are real names. So what's saying we're not being catfished right now?
Well, you're smart, at least.
Thanks it didn't happen.
You're on guard. Stay on guard, sir. Right, it's goodbye for me.
Bye from me.
Goodbye for me.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah.